Miami, where palm trees sway, champagne flows, and carbon fiber missiles scream past at 200 miles per hour. What happens when Formula One crashes headfirst into America's flashiest playground? You get chaos, you get spectacle, you get a race that should not exist, but somehow does. Forget Monaco's Marina and Monza's legacy. No one saw a glorified parking lot in Florida becoming F1's next crown jewel. But this is Miami, baby, where billionaires party harder than the drivers, and the Grand Prix is as much about Gucci shades as it is about good positions. Today, we're diving deep into the madness of the Miami Grand Prix, from its drug-fueled origin story to the Netflix-powered renaissance that turned it into one of the hottest tickets in town. Because of Miami, everything burns: rubber, reputations, and your wallet. Formula One and the United States have always had a complicated relationship, like a long-distance romance with missed calls and mixed signals. While the rest of the world adored the sport's traditions and rivalries, America is more interested in big V8s and even bigger crashes. Hello, NASCAR! Even when F1 tried to make it work, Phoenix, Detroit, even the infield at Indianapolis, it almost felt like it was trying to force a tuxedo into a tailgate party. But then, everything changed. Netflix told the world that F1 was more than just about fast cars. It was about rivalries, drama, heartbreak, and suddenly, America was obsessed. And no city embraced that obsession with more flash, flair, and flavor than Miami. The year is 2022. Formula One is booming in the US, and Liberty Media want more than just Texas. They want tropical, trendy, and totally over the top into the Miami Grand Prix. At first, the idea felt cursed. Since the 1980s, attempts to bring open-wheel racing to Miami had mostly failed, despite flashy dreams, drug money-funded skyscrapers, and promoters like Ralph Sanchez aiming to create the Monaco of the Americas. After decades of failed attempts, Miami finally got its shot, but it was not smooth. Original plans to race downtown faced fierce community pushback and lawsuits. Locals hated it, drivers weren't thrilled either. Even Sir Lewis Hamilton said the track design looked meh. Eventually, billionaire Stephen Ross, owner of the Miami Dolphins and the stadium, stepped in. With his deep pocket and massive parking lot, he offered a workaround. Literally, after dozens of design drafts and community negotiation, the circuit took shape. Critics still argued it's a glorified parking lot. Lawsuits came in. Some locals argued the noise will cause some hearing damage. Seriously? But courts sided with F1, and so, under the Florida sun, the Miami GP finally hit the grid. And despite all the drama, it delivered. Max Verstappen won the debut race, but the real story was the spectacle. Fake marinas, celebrities on the grid, and sticker prices so high you'd think they included a yacht. Miami didn't just host a race, it threw a full-blown American F1 party. And if you're enjoying this ride through the glitz and gears of the Miami F1 story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Formula Dream. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, we'll be launching exclusive giveaways for all you racing fanatics. The Miami Grand Prix isn't just about racing, it's a full-blown cultural explosion. From the moment you step into the paddock at the Hard Rock Stadium, it is less like a racetrack and more like a fashion runway crash landing into a VIP nightclub. This is where NFL-level production meets F1 flair. Serena Williams courtside, LeBron James fist-bumping drivers, David Beckham in tailored linen, Michelle Obama quietly supporting Lewis Hamilton, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce turning heads, Bad Bunny just being Bad Bunny, and don't forget the Marina. Yes, those yachts are really floating on printed vinyl, because in Miami, why bother with real water when you can just Photoshop it in instead? Add in paddle courts, luxury lounges, bottle service, live streaming influencers, and a black card express lane for celebs to zip from hotel to suite without breaking a sweat, and you start to get the picture. The Miami Grand Prix is quickly becoming one of the most famous stops on the F1 calendar, drawing stars like Ed Sheeran, DJ Khaled, Lisa from Blackpink, who waved the checkered flag in 2024, Elon Musk, and even former presidents. It's not just racing. It's a red carpet. And all of it happens inside a circuit built on NFL experience, designed for celebrities and fans to party in pastel-soaked South Florida style. It's Coachella with carbon fiber. Okay, but beneath all the flash and champagne, there's been some proper racing too. 2022, the debut, Max Verstappen hunted down Charles Leclerc and snatched the first ever Miami GP win. Hot, humid, and dramatic, it showed Miami wasn't just playing dress up. 2023, Verstappen again, but this time it was clinical. He started 9th and sliced his way through the field like rush hour on the I-95 didn't even exist. 2024, Lando's moment. On the 3rd of May, Lando Norris claimed his first Formula One victory. Verstappen had pole, he won the sprint, but when a mid-race safety car bunched the pack, Lando made his move. Verstappen struggled on hards, Norris scored. Over 7 seconds clear, champagne-soaked, history made. The circuit itself? A challenge with 19 corners, 3 DRS zones, and a combo of tight sections and quick straights. It's fast, but it's not always ideal for overtaking. Some call it frustrating, others call it technical. But the fans, they're too busy dancing in the heat to care, because when you mix 200 mph drama with South Beach swagger, something always pops off. So, what makes the Miami Grand Prix hit different? Let's talk facts. The race began in 2022 with a 10-year deal at the Miami International Autodrome, and it didn't waste time becoming a heavyweight. This isn't just a sporting event, it's an economic juggernaut and a cultural happening. Annual costs? Astronomical. Running the event costs about $57.5 million per year. Hosting fees to Formula One? These started at $31.5 million in year 1, climbing to nearly $49 million by year 10 due to the wonderful effects of inflation, which means over a decade, that's about $575 million just to keep the party going. But here's the kicker, the return on investment, wow, that is massive. $798 million in total economic impact from the first 2 years alone. The 2023 race added $449 million to the local economy, over 3,000 jobs supported, 100 million in wages paid. Visitors spent big, averaging nearly $2,000 each, far above the typical tourist rates. And it's not just locals crashing in. Fans fly in from Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, Europe, across the US, all chasing the Miami magic. Formula One brings the speed, Miami brings the sparkle. If Monaco had a tan, a DJ, a bottle service till 3 a.m., it would be Miami. It's loud, it's luxurious, it's unapologetically over the top, and honestly, that's why it works. See you on the grid. Like and subscribe.